So thresholds concepts can change our very way of looking at what we're doing, and sometimes I think help us over difficult places. I think this particular threshold concept would be very effective for that. And here it is. Writing never ends. Now for some of you that might be a little bit frightening, but let's think about what that might mean for a moment. If I take into account that when I write something, I never actually stop writing it, right? Eventually, sure, there's a deadline or something like that, but I keep writing and I keep writing, and there's never a point when I can say, there, it's done, right? Now, every professional writer is aware of this, and for professional writers, you just reach the point where you know you've got to turn it in, you know you've got to send it in to the editor, but it's still not done. So how can that help me as a student trying to write? Well, for one thing, it makes me realize if it's never actually done, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time. I can take some liberties the first time I write something. I don't have to get the words just right. Just get words on paper, right? Because I can go back and I can play with those words. I can do things with those words. I can rearrange them. I can restate them. I can find a better way of writing each time, because I know it's not done, and even during that revision I know it's not done. So you see, writing never ends can be very liberating, right? Because we know that it can always be a little clearer. It can always express what we want to say a little bit better. So we can keep playing with it, we can keep writing. And yeah, eventually we've got to turn it in. But even then, many of your instructors are more than willing to let you rewrite a paper. In fact, some of them require drafts, right? That's basically what they're doing there, is they're sending this message that there are multiple times and places we can look at a piece of writing. And one of the reasons they ask for drafts has to do with this writing never ends, because it means that as readers look at your paper, look at your writing, they become co-writers with you. Right? They can respond to your writing. They can tell you where they understand what you're saying and where they don't understand what you're saying, where they're getting something out of your writing and where they get a little bit lost. And so once again, you can make those changes, right? So a reader reading your writing isn't the end of writing. Often you writing, even turning in a draft, isn't ending your writing. And certainly the first draft doesn't end your writing, because frankly, it just simply doesn't end. Many of us, for instance, I have gone back to articles or papers I wrote as an undergraduate and taken those articles and rewrote them and got them published as a professor. So you can see, this is not just a way to fool ourselves into revising, but it's actually a real truism about writing. It doesn't ever end.